Bienvenidos al ciclo de charlas internacionales de la Feria de Movilidad Académica 2022, organizada por la Dirección de Internacionalización de la Universidad de los Andes. Esta charla será realizada en inglés por parte de nuestro socio y se espera que ustedes participen también en inglés. I would like to welcome everyone to our international talks, which was organized by the Office of International Affairs of Universidad de los Andes for our Mobility Academic Fair 2022. These international talks are going to be organized with several partners. They were organized since August, and they were going to continue in September and October as well. Today I have Tracy Moore and Jessie, I forgot your last name, I'm so sorry, Leconte. Thank you so much. Who are from ESSEC Business School. This is a school in which we have an exclusive partnership for the School of Management. So that's why you, as a part of the School of Management, were invited. We are going to have 20-minute lecture, and then we will answer the questions. You can use the chat or you can use the Q&A as well. And this meeting is going to be recorded and shared. Okay, so I'll give the wait. Okay, now you have to get there.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna Maria. So I'm Tracy Moore from ESSEC Business School Global BBA programme. I'm in charge of international relations and partnerships, and my colleague Jessie Leconte is in charge of international incoming exchange students. So we're just going to give you a short presentation about what you can expect if you come to ESSEC. So I'll share my screen, hopefully. Okay, can you see the big screen or can you see the...
Yes, perfect.
Two. Okay, good. So you've probably heard of ESSEC in the international rankings. We are very well ranked, and we're quite small in comparison to your university. We're just a business school. We have around 65,000 graduates worldwide, and currently we have around 7,000 students in full-time undergraduate and graduate programs. We have 4 campuses, so the main one that you will be coming to is in Cergy-Pontoise, just outside Paris. We have one in Rabat, Morocco. We have one in Singapore, and we have another one for executive education in Paris. We have around 220 partners all over the world, and our faculty is very international too. So worldwide international rankings, our Masters in Management programme is currently number 6 in the world. We're number 8 European Business School, according to the Times Higher Education ranking. ESSEC was actually the first university outside North America to receive the AACSB accreditation. We also have EQUIS and AMBER, which may not mean anything to you, but in the world of business schools, they're very well known, and it's just a gauge of quality. So the original Grande École programme, which is now known as the Masters in Management, was founded in 1907. The Global BBA is a very selective 4-year undergraduate programme, and it's number 1 in France. So this is one of the buildings in ESSEC. The programme combines very hands-on training with practical business knowledge and international awareness. So in all of our programmes, there's an international component, there's a professional component. Full-time students at ESSEC would take 30 European credits, ECTS. International exchange students take anywhere between 16 and 13, but it is your home university who will decide how many credits and which classes you should take. There's a strong emphasis on group work and oral presentations and projects. So the study programme, you will be studying with 3rd and 4th year students. The full semester goes from the end of August to the middle of December, including exams, and the spring semester goes from the end of February till mid-June. So we have a lot of classes offered in French or in English. You can choose to study in whichever language you're most comfortable with, if you can provide a level of proficiency. We also offer French language classes. So if you're a complete beginner in French, you can also take a French language class, or an intermediate or an advanced. So here are just some examples of marketing classes. I'm not sure of your specializations, but I think there's something for everybody really. So one thing that ESSEC is very, very specialized in is luxury goods and luxury marketing. So you can find a luxury marketing channel class for you. We also have product innovation classes. We have communication, consumer behavior classes. Here, if you're a finance or economic major, you might find classes that would suit you here. Management specialization, we have change management, we have digital transformation, we have intercultural management, we have all kinds of different classes. So you can see how many ECTS they have, whether they're taught in French or in English, and whether they're taught in the fall semester or the spring semester. The course offer may change a little bit every year, so you can check on the link on this page to see which is the latest course list. Other courses which might be of interest to you. We have courses in law, we have courses in operations management, Internet of Things, Python, etc. And there's more. We have courses for just international students. So you might want to take some European or French-based classes, European economics or French civilization, for example. We also have some broadening subjects called business, culture and society. And so these are kind of classes which bring outside elements into the business world, so such as anthropology and society, law and economics, introduction to business history, or social innovation. We also have a class, I hope it's still running, called the Pirates of the Caribbean, which is all about the Panama Papers. So that could be an interesting one for you. So we have an international staff, all speaking English to deal with your, or to help you with your well-being. The Global Education Office, which is my team, will do all the pre-arrival information, webinars, tell you about the orientation session and prepare your arrival. Once you arrive, the Programme Management Office will be in charge of your course registration. We have the registrar who can help you with visas and give you information about that. We have student societies who can help you integrate and will give you information also before you arrive. And we have an orientation session just before classes start. So something some of you may be interested in before, after, or instead of coming to us for a semester. And this is on our Africa campus in Rabat. It's an entrepreneurship summer school based on the African context. So you can be doing intercultural management, entrepreneurship and doing business in Africa, and African geopolitics and economics. So it's a 3-week module. There are 90 contact hours and 80 CTS you can get for this course. It's in a really beautiful place right next to a beach, although that shouldn't be one of the factors. It kind of is. There's also a team building and integration track. And we did this course for the first time last summer, in the summer 22, and it went really, really well. And the students loved it. So you might want to think about this. So these were some of the photos of the integration track. It's just magical, and they all really enjoyed it. So I'll hand over to Jessie now, who will tell you some more about student life and the practicalities of coming to ESSEC for a semester.
Yes, thank you, Tracy. So, right, I'll start with the student life and telling you about the wonderful associations we have. There are over 100 of students clubs and association at ESSEC, so it's really lively. And the main associations we work with are the BDE, so BDE. So that's the student council. They take care of organizing notably a trip to Paris for the students after the orientation. They have various events during the semester or year in which the exchange students are invited to get to know each other and also to get to know better the students at ESSEC. There is also the Association of MELT, which deals with international students and also organizes trips in France and in Europe. And they have a lot of events also, such as international dinners for the international students. So next, I will talk to you about the location of the school. We are in Cergy-Pontoise, so that's a city called a new town. It's 35 kilometers northwest of Paris. It's actually 30 minutes in car from the Charles de Gaulle, the main airport, and 40 minutes in train, what we call the RER, that's the suburban train, to go to Paris. The campus itself has lots of facilities, and he's in green area. So as you can see on these pictures, there's a park just close by. There are a lot of green spaces around, and the students will have really a lot of facilities to use on campus. Also, if you want to know more about the surroundings, we're in a very nice place in Cergy where you can, at the same time, have nice times with your friends. Like for instance, in Port Cergy, there's a marina and lots of bars and restaurants where our students can get together with their friends. And also, as I was saying earlier, there are a lot of green areas. So if they go, for instance, in the neighborhood of Cergy-le-Haut in the Axe-Major, they have lots of places where they can go on strolls. For instance, we have what we call the Fil d'Ariane. So it's a really nice space in Cergy where you can go walking or by bike. It's about 7 kilometers where you don't need at all to be in car or in vehicle, except you can go walking. You have very picturesque places around Cergy also, and nice places to visit because there is a very nice architecture and buildings from the Middle Ages, for instance. So the facilities on the campus are very modern. We are in the middle of a few works, so it's even going to be greener because we plan to have Green Tower for 2023, and also there are works for the gymnasium. So it's being renovated, but it's a non-smoking environment with a lot of outdoor spaces. As I was saying, there's a park just behind the campus, and you also will find many resources on campus. There's a library and what we call the K-Lab, the Knowledge Center, and green rooms if the students need, for instance, to work on videos or project, they can film themselves in a specific studio room. So it's lots of different things they can use, and also they have a specific room that was created for students who work in finance, for instance. It's called the FinTech Lab with Bloomberg screens. Next, I will speak to you about the restaurants on campus and the other activities that are possible to do. We have a cafeteria with cheap meals. Students can find sandwiches, salads, hot meals for €5, and they can also get the Cruz University restaurant, which is nearby, just across the park. And if they get their tickets like series of 10, the price is €3.50 for the hot meal. They also have access to the sports facilities, and they can just enroll with the BDS. That's a society, also a club that takes care of sports, and it's for free, so they don't need to pay anything extra. They will have access to lots of different activities like football, dance, tennis, rowing, this kind of thing. About accommodation, here are the 3 residencies that are available to exchange students. You have for each one of them the price depending on whether the student would like to get a single room, or if they prefer an apartment, which means for a double apartment that there are separate rooms, but then a shared kitchen and bathroom. So the free residences are not necessarily attached to the campus. There's one which is 5 minutes walk from ESSEC. It's called Le Port. Then there's Lady Nantes. It's about 20 minutes walk. And the last one is it's Les Hauts de Cergy. It's 2 stops by train to get there. All of them are secured, and the student would have access with this price to the system with electricity and heat and the water. So here are a few pictures of the residences from the inside. You also have the contact information from the association taking care of the residences. Is called ESSEC. So you can either reach them by email or check their website, where you'll find a lot more pictures and information about how to reserve a room. As I was saying, when you pay for the rent, you have different services included. And here are a few pictures also of the residences, so you can see what services are available in them. So there are TV rooms, washing machine, sports room, different leisure rooms. They can do billiard, for instance, or just to gather in a room to have fun. Or of course, that's the point of studying. If you need a room to get there and study on a quiet place, you also have rooms that you can reserve and study on your own in the residences. Okay, now I'll talk a bit more about the timeline if the students want to get involved with us. So I put information about the enrollment for the fall semester and for the spring semester. These are basically the same each year. And it's going to be the same process. What changes here is the information about the semester dates you find at the bottom. I put the dates of this current fall semester, which is 2nd of September until 21st of December. And then for the next spring, it's going to be 27th of February until June 16th. And just to give you an idea of how we proceed, we have an entirely online system. So it starts with online nominations by the coordinators, which lasts 3 weeks for the spring semester. Let's say it's going to start on the 5th of October. And then after that, we organize the applications for the students. So that's when they confirm that they are going to participate. We ask them to fill in a form online, and we send acceptance letters after that on a rolling basis. It's online document that is sufficient to make the visa application. All the students who applied received after that information from our administrative team for the enrollment. That's with the office of the registrar, and they get access to the intranet called ESSEC. They also at the same time receive instructions to make their reservations for the residences if they want to stay at the ESSEC residences. So they have a specific date given as a deadline to make the reservations. And then after all of this is done, they will also receive instructions for the enrollment in classes, which is also done online completely on a first come, first served basis. And for the spring semester, it will take place in January. And just for your information, at the end of the semester, all the transcripts are sent directly to the home university coordinators by email. That's our academic affairs services that takes care of this. Now we're going to review just rapidly the team I work with. That's the Global Education Office, the GEO. So I'm the main point of contact, but I work with all these beautiful people. You might get an email from them. So do not hesitate. If you need more information, you can always send us an email. It's to globaleducation@essec.edu. You have also the information about our website, which is really useful and full of details you might need about our process. And we take care of all the preparation before the arrival of the students, at the arrival for the orientation. And we also contact during the semester in case they need to find a service they don't know about. They can always ask us, and we will direct them to the right person. So really, do not hesitate to contact us if you are in need of information about the semester at ESSEC. I think that's all for me. I included a video. I don't know if we have time for this, but you could just review them afterwards because we are going to send the details anyway.
Yeah, I think that's probably better. Okay, so that's all for our little presentation. So do you have any questions for us?
Yes, so if the students who are here have any questions, you can raise your hand. That will be from Reacciones, and then you raise your hand, and I'll give you the opportunity to talk. And if you don't want to open your mic, that is also, I mean, okay with us, and you can write your question in the chat or in the questions and answers, which is under preguntas y respuestas if you have it in Spanish. So whatever you prefer. Maria Jose is one of our pre-selected students going for this spring semester.
Okay, great. Do you have a question for us?
Good afternoon, Maria Jose.
Yes, so she says, I couldn't be present during the whole presentation, so I'm wondering if you could share with us the presentation. Yes, you're going to have access to the recording as well, so you can listen to what we said here, and also the presentation they said that they are going to share it with us afterwards. Yeah, so yes, of course, you can have all the information.
And Jessie always organises some webinars before the start of the semester. So if you have any more specific questions nearer the time, you can ask them directly to Jessie.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll
Amazing.
have several before the beginning of the semester. So any question that pops up, you can tell us.
That's great. Okay, so I don't know, Camilo, Natalia, Maria Jose, do you have any other questions? They're writing.
Do the students that come from Uniandes have to learn French, or is that optional?
It's optional, but
Okay.
they usually do it because they usually want to, talk better or improve their French language level. So yes, they usually take these classes, but it's not mandatory for us, though.
Okay.
Yes. Also, is you were talking about the number of credits that they need to take. For us, it's only mandatory that they take at least one subject that they can bring. They could bring the credits to Uniandes. Back to the program. So if they take at least one subject that they can bring back to Uniandes, that is all we ask for. They usually take between 3 and 4 courses. That is what we advise them to do. And well, that depends how many they will bring back to you in the end.
That's great because there's a really big selection of courses. So that means they're free to choose something, for example, they couldn't get back at Los Andes. So that's really good. When they have
Exactly.
more choice, it's more interesting, I find, for the students.
Yes, yes. And maybe we have some students here who are wondering why this school is not, well, at the moment we have opened our internal call for fall 2023. I know it's very early, but we need to start the process 1 year in advance almost. So you may be wondering why this school is not offered right now. We are in the process of renovating our agreement, and because of that, you are not going to see this school at this internal call, but you may see a ESSEC business school then or in our next call, internal call. And I'm sure lots of students would like to apply by then.
We actually have one of your students currently with us in the fall at ESSEC.
Yes, as well. Okay, okay. That's great. So don't be shy. If you want to talk, you can maybe ask questions using your mic. You just don't need to open your camera if you don't want to. Is don't be shy, please. And we don't have any more questions. We don't have any more questions here.
I would say a very good idea for your students would be to contact the student who is currently with us. Give him or her a little bit of time to settle in, but maybe in a month or so, get in contact and say, okay, what are your impressions so far? Which are the courses that you're enjoying? Where do you
Yes.
recommend living, going out, etc., etc. The students are the best ambassadors, really.
Yes, that's true. I mean, usual question that we have here with students interested in applying is the language requirement, and I know that they have some questions about it. So I don't know if you can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we ask for a B2 level minimum in English for the student to follow the courses, and we do trust our partners to do the selection. So it's actually not required in our new process of application to provide the supporting document. We just ask our partners, university partners, to verify the level of the students before they can apply.
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, and it's going
Okay,
to be the same for the French level. If the students want to follow classes in French, they will be required to have a B2 level in French beforehand.
excellent. Okay, great. That's great. Okay, well, I think our students are a little bit shy, maybe because it's very early in the morning. Okay, Maria
So
Jose.
I think Camilo is trying to write something, or
Yeah,
so
I
either
don't
it's an
know.
essay or he's he's having trouble formulating.
Um, there you are, Maria Jose. You can speak now.
I can see there's a hand raised, but I can't hear anything. Oh, okay.
You should be able to now. You should be able to do it to open your mic now. It's just that I cannot do it right now. Okay, there.
Aha, we can see you. We still can't hear you though.
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm so sorry, Maria Jose. No, we can't hear you, even though your mic is open. No, no, it's not working.
Okay, right to your question.
Oh, I think that's for the masters.
It definitely is for the masters. We have French courses, but they're throughout the semester, so they would take place every week. So we're just for the global BBA program, and it works a little differently.
Yeah, what you're talking about, Maria Jose, is intensive course that is proposed only to the masters in exchange, not to the BBA.
So they're on a trimester system, we're on a semester system, and so the students can come early before the T1 and do this course, but we haven't got enough time on the BBA program because our courses take place over 10 or 11 weeks. So.
Okay, thank you, Natalia. Nice to have you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Natalia.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Well, guys, if you don't have any more questions, well, I think this was a very productive session with lots of information and very helpful for our students. So I will thank you both of you to being here and joining us in our international talks. We'll hope that more students are interested in going to the school. I'm sure they are. And thank you so much for coming here and joining us. It's a big chance for our students to know more about each of our partners. So it's a big opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye
Bye.
bye.